I used to think that if my skin looked tired, I needed a better skincare product. If it looked dry, I needed more moisturizer. If I started seeing more lines, well, I was getting older. But now that I'm approaching 40, I've started wondering if I've been looking at this completely backwards because your skin is part of your body. And what if some of the things we're desperately trying to fix on the outside are actually giving us information about what's happening on the inside? Your sleep, your nutrition, your hormones, your stress, your thyroid, your hydration, even whether you're simply giving your body enough of what it needs. And lately, I've realized that I don't just want better looking skin. I want to understand what my skin is trying to tell me. The thing that changed for me, let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Rebecca. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm really glad you're here. And if you're new, I'm a nutritionist. I'm a certified health coach. I'm a mom. I've lived with multiple sclerosis for 2 decades. And right now, I'm in this really interesting season of approaching 40. My birthday's coming up in April, and I'm just looking at health differently. Not fearfully. Sometimes it's scary, and sometimes I'll admit it, but I'm trying to view it with curiosity because I've noticed changes. My energy has changed, my body has changed, and yes, my skin has changed too. And I don't actually want to look 20 again. I need to say that because I think women are being sold something really strange right now. We are supposed to age, but somehow we're not supposed to look like we've aged. We're supposed to have decades of laughter, babies, stress, sunshine, sleepless nights, accomplishments, grief, joy, and life. And apparently, none of it is supposed to show up on our faces. No, that's ridiculous. I don't want to erase the evidence that I've lived, but I do want healthy skin. I want hydrated skin. I want my skin barrier to work properly. I want to take care of myself. And there's a difference between caring for your skin and being at war with aging. That distinction has really become super important to me. Your skin, it's not separate from your health. It's something incredibly simple that we forget. Your skin is an organ. It's just on the outside of the body. We treat skincare almost like decorating the outside of the house. Cleanser, serum, cream, oil, sunscreen, makeup. But the skin itself is alive. It needs nutrients. It needs blood flow. It needs water. It needs, well, it needs balanced hormones as much as we can. It does respond to hormones and it responds to inflammation and it responds to environmental exposure. It responds to what is happening throughout the whole body. So when skin changes, I don't want my first question to always be, what should I buy? I want to ask, what changed? Did my sleep change? Have I been stressed? Have I been drinking enough water? Am I eating enough? Am I getting the right amount of protein, like eating the right things and enough healthy fats? Am I getting the proper amount of vitamins and minerals that I need? Have my hormones started shifting or changing? Could something involving my thyroid be contributing? What has my caffeine intake look like? What am I putting on my skin? Am I protecting it from too much sun exposure? Am I irritating it because I'm trying too hard to fix it? Those are different questions, and I think each one needs to be evaluated. It's in and of itself. So, why skin can change as we approach 40? Let's talk about it because one of the things that I've been learning is that the changes we see in our skin are not imaginary. As we get older, skin does tend to become thinner and it has the harder time holding on to moisture. The collagen and elastin are changing and our oil production, just the natural oil production within our skin, it changes. And hormonal shifts are going to affect hydration, elasticity, and the skin barrier. It's one reason that something that you used in your 20s, it may suddenly just not feel the same in your late 30s or 40s. And I think this matters because there's a tendency to look in the mirror and think, what am I doing wrong? Or think they changed the formula of the product. Maybe you're not doing something wrong. Maybe the product didn't change. Maybe your body has just entered a different season and it needs something different. It needs different care. That's not failure, my friend. That's just information. And that's becoming a major theme in my own life. Instead of asking, how do I force my body to keep behaving exactly the way it did 10 or 15 years ago? No, I'm trying instead to ask, what does my body need from me now? So let's talk about hormones. It's the conversation that women should have earlier in life. I think a lot of us grow up believing that menopause is something that happens one day when you're an old woman. Your period stops and you're in menopause. End of story. But there's a whole transition before that called perimenopause. And hormonal changes during this stage can affect much more than just your menstrual cycle. Sleep can change, mood can change, energy can change, your body composition, like fat versus muscle tone, that changes, and skin can change. Estrogen, for example, has effects throughout the body, including the skin. So dryness changes in elasticity or changes in how your skin behaves, they aren't necessarily just a sign that you need to find the newest viral serum. Your body may be changing. And I find that incredibly freeing, my friend. Not because every symptom in a woman approaching 40 is hormones. It's not. And I don't want us diagnosing ourselves from a YouTube video. That'd be silly. But I do think that women deserve to know that these changes exist because understanding your body gives you better questions to ask. I want to discuss the thyroid connection. It's a piece that I want to mention because, like I said a second ago, it's something very close to my heart and something I've spent a lot of time learning about. The thyroid. Your thyroid helps to regulate so many processes involving energy and metabolism. And thyroid problems can sometimes show up right alongside things people initially dismiss as cosmetic or just getting older. Things like changes in hair, skin dryness, or changes in energy, feeling different in your body. Now, again, that does not mean dry skin equals a thyroid problem. Please don't hear me saying that. It means that your body is so interconnected. It's actually one of the reasons I wrote Finally Understand Your Thyroid. You can find it on Amazon if you're interested. Links in the description below. I wanted to take something that can feel incredibly complicated and explain it in normal language. So if thyroid health is something you're trying to understand, like I said, I'll put the description or the link in the description below. You get it on Amazon. But the bigger lesson is this. Don't reduce every change in your body to appearance. Sometimes appearance is where we first notice something. So let's also talk about stress. It's something almost all of us have. There are moments where stress is unavoidable. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I have a house. I have kids. I have responsibilities. I have multiple sclerosis. MS is real for me. I have projects that I care about. I have this channel. I have days when I feel like there are about 47 tabs open in my brain, and your body doesn't somehow become exempt from that stress because you're functioning through it and getting it done. Stress can affect things like sleep and recovery. Stress can change habits. Maybe you're eating differently because of it. Maybe you're relying more heavily on caffeine. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. Maybe your entire skincare routine becomes, I washed my face. I think. I don't know. I'm busy. I got to wipe. Guys, I've had those seasons. And this is why I don't think health works when we divide ourselves into tiny categories. Here's my neurological health. Here's my nutrition. Here's my skincare. Here's my mental health. Here's my hormones. Here's my sleep. No, no, no. No, it doesn't work that way. It's one person. It's you. Everything is happening in the same body. So, are you actually nourishing your skin? This one's important to me because I've been thinking a lot about nourishment lately, and you can buy a beautiful skincare routine, but your skin still has to be built and maintained by your body, and your body needs raw materials. Protein provides amino acids that your body uses throughout the body. Healthy dietary fats matter. Vitamins and minerals, they matter. Fruits and vegetables provide an enormous variety of nutrients and plant compounds. Hydration matters, and enough food matters. That's something I think the wellness world sometimes forgets. We talk constantly about what to remove. Take it out, cut this out, cut, avoid, fast longer, eat less, don't eat that. But eventually we have to ask, what are we putting back in? What are we giving the body to actually work with? And I love fasting. I've written an entire book about fasting also. I believe fasting can be an incredible tool when it's used appropriately. But fasting and nourishment are patterns. Fasting is not supposed to become a contest to see how little nutrition we can give our bodies. There are times to fast and there are times to feast on genuinely nourishing food. That's one of the things I'm paying much closer attention to in this season of my life. And we got to keep in mind that caffeine doesn't replace rest. Here's one, it's one that I have to tell myself too often. Caffeine is not sleep. Wouldn't that be convenient? Oh my gosh. Could you guys imagine if we could buy sleep in a can? Oh my gosh. I didn't even think about this until honestly just now as I'm making this video. I never even thought about that. I'm trying to imagine that a caffeine drink is sleep in a can, but I am. Could you imagine if you really truly could buy sleep in a can or a bottle? Really? Like you wouldn't have to sleep. You could just get a bottle of it. Oh my gosh. You couldn't even, it would be priceless. It would be priceless. What would someone pay for true sleep in a bottle? Why? Why? I'm serious. I'm stopping, I know, on a video, and I'm leaving the gap in here for you to actually ask yourself, why would it be priceless? Why would sleep be impossible to put a price on if you could put it in a bottle that someone could just drink in 30 seconds? Wouldn't it be convenient? Caffeine is not sleep. It can help us get moving, but it doesn't magically replace the recovery that would have happened if we had rested. I'm sorry. I'm just as bad as you. I am not perfect. I hope you can listen to me and know that I am sharing this with compassion because I wish. I wish. And when I'm tired, it's really easy to think I need more energy when maybe what my body is actually asking for or saying is, I need recovery. I need rest. They're not the same thing. Again, look at how everything connects. Sleep, stress, food, hormones, energy, skin. It's not 6 different people. It's you. You. One. You. Just one. I have 10 fingers. There's only one of me. There's only one of you. So does skincare even matter? After everything I just said, you might be thinking, Rebecca, are you telling me skincare doesn't matter because I've seen some of your other videos? No, I'm not telling you that. I love skincare. I absolutely believe in caring for your skin from the outside too. It's just as important. The difference is that I don't think a skincare product can compensate for every problem happening inside the body. And I also don't think more products automatically means better skin. Your skin has a protective barrier. And sometimes, in our desperation to get smoother, brighter, younger looking skin, we can throw so many harsh things at it that we irritate the very thing we're trying to improve. Scrub it, peel it, exfoliate it, get it off. Just put another active thing, just then another, and just. And then you wonder, I wonder why our face is angry with us. Come on. Sometimes care looks like doing less, but more consistently, but gently cleansing. Hydration, moisture, protection from excessive skin exposure. Not skin, sun. Not skin. I meant sun. Sometimes too many words at once. Excessive sun exposure. I think the sun is important. I try to get sun on my skin unprotected every day, at least 15 or 20 minutes. But if I'm going to be out for a while, for longer than an hour, I definitely am putting on some sunblock. So use your common sense. Pay attention. If you're getting a burn, it's probably too much without sunblock. Okay? You burned your skin, so you probably needed sunblock. So just be careful. Pay attention. Protect your skin, my friend. Okay, so I want to talk about JAFRA like we were sitting in the bathroom. This is where I want to tell you about something that's actually part of my life. Like true story, not joking. I'm not even a sponsor. I wish I was. JAFRA, see my videos. You should sponsor me because I'm cool. No, I wish it worked that way. But no, I am honestly just sharing with you because I love the products and I've used them for so long. If you've watched me for a while, you've heard me talk about it because my mom's used JAFRA for 50 years, 50, 5 decades. Yes, I grew up around it my whole life. So this isn't something that just showed up on my doorstep on Tuesday that I'm telling you about. It's part of my family's story. And lately, I've been using the products from JAFRA Defy line. I was going to bring some down to show you and I forgot. But I've been using the Defy line and I think I've been doing it more intentionally because my skin is maturing and I'm trying to help it with healthy aging. And what I like about skincare and at this point in my life isn't the promise that it's going to make me look 22. I don't want that promise. It's not realistic. I want products that make caring for my skin actually feel good. I like the ritual of it. Jafra for me is a meditation. It's a renewal. It's a restoration. Washing my face, just taking a minute, putting on my skincare, moisturizing, it's like it's looking at myself in the mirror without immediately searching for what's wrong. There's something deeply different about that. So when I share Jafra with you, imagine you're sitting here with me and I open the cabinet and say, here, this is what I've been using. This is it. My mom, Patricia, is a lifelong Jafra consultant and I'll put her link in the description below. So if you are interested and you do want to order anything, again, no pressure. She's not going to reach out to you, but you can access the products through her site and look around and you can order there if you would like. They have tools that can help you figure out which products may fit your skin and what specifically you're looking for. You don't have to buy anything to use the tools. I'm just inviting you into something that's part of my life for a very long time and has been so helpful and important and useful to me. And guys, I do have some wrinkles. Look at this. You see this? I'm looking at the screen while I'm trying to show you. But I've got them. I do. But I'm going to be 40 in April. So, JAFRA is amazing. It is not a fairy godmother, but I love it. And it helps. And I have gone through periods where I haven't been using it consistently. And oh my gosh, my skin is different. It is not the same. It does not look this good. It does not feel this smooth. I have more wrinkles, deeper crevices, more just, nah. More just that I don't want. And when I'm using the products consistently, I do feel it helps. And I do feel my skin feels and looks better. Feels is super important because I need my skin to feel like it can smile without it feeling tight. I want to be able to let my eyes wrinkle and not have it feel uncomfortable, right? I want to frown and be and not feel the weight of it in the tissue and in the skin. Does that make sense? JAFRA helps me with that. It helps it be more smooth. You know, what if I do get to 80? What if I get another 40 years out of this face? Do I really want to spend them looking back? At 40, I don't need to wish I looked 20. And at 60, I don't need to look back wishing I was 40 again. I want to know that I took care of myself along the way, the best that I knew how, and the best I could. And at 80, looking at a picture of myself today and thinking, oh my goodness, I was beautiful. Why couldn't I see it? No, I don't want that. I don't want to feel that because I have a feeling there are women watching this right now who can look at an old picture of themselves. Get out your prom picture, get out your wedding photo, get out whatever. And remember how insecure you felt when that picture was taken? Oh my gosh, do you remember that one dress and that your makeup got smudged in your hair and you just, and now you look at it and think, oh my gosh, look how good I looked. What was I worried about? My friend, maybe we could stop doing that to ourselves right now. I can take care of my skin right now without hating wrinkles. I can protect my skin from the sun without being afraid of getting older or thinking about cancer. I can use a serum because I enjoy what it does for my skin. Without believing my face needs to be fixed, it doesn't. Neither does yours. We can want to look beautiful. There is nothing wrong with that. But beauty and youth are not synonyms. They are not the same word. And health and youth aren't synonyms either. I don't need to become younger. I want to become healthier, stronger, wiser, more present, more comfortable inside my own body. And my friend, we can do that. That is possible. I'm going to just be open and honest. My multiple sclerosis has changed how I see aging. It's something that, I mean, it did. It changed the conversation for me because I've lived with multiple sclerosis for 2 decades. I got diagnosed at 20. First symptoms showed up at 17. I was such a young woman and I was given a picture of what my future was expected to be, and it was terrifying. I was told at 20, based on the lesions and the scar tissue in my brain and spinal cord, to expect a wheelchair within 10 years. I didn't know what my body was going to be capable of years later. There were things that I feared losing, and here I am, about to turn 40, walking, living, raising children. I'm building things. I can still flex my muscles. I can still move my fingers and like do things. And I can still hold a pen and write. Like there are things I thought I would lose because at 20, I was struggling to do them. And here I am at 40 doing them even better. Okay, my friend, do not give up. So how could I take getting older and look at it as something that's being taken, that life is being taken away from me because I'm getting older? No. Every year I get older is also a year I get to live, and so do you. That doesn't mean MS has been easy. Oh my gosh, it has not. And it doesn't mean lifestyle cured my MS. It hasn't. I still have it. It doesn't mean that every health problem can be solved by eating better, fasting, or positive thinking. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. But my experience has made me profoundly interested in what we can do, how we can support the body, how we can listen earlier. How do we give ourselves the best environment we reasonably can? How do we live well inside the life that we actually have? That's why I wrote Finally Understand Multiple Sclerosis. Not because I have every answer, I don't, but I wrote it because when you're handed a diagnosis like that, understanding what's happening can make the whole thing feel less impossible. I'll put that book below as well in the description. You can get it on Amazon. Your body doesn't speak English, and I say this a lot because I really believe it's important. Your body doesn't speak English. It can't send you a text that says, Rebecca, could you please go to bed earlier tonight, please? No, it doesn't send an email saying that we're running a little low on vitamin C. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say, hey, those hormonal changes are making things difficult right now. Could we just adjust? Mm-mm. It communicates through sensations, energy, hunger, thirst, sleep, pain, mood, digestion, skin, hair, your menstrual cycle, how you recover, how you feel. That doesn't mean every signal is dangerous, and it doesn't mean we should become afraid of our bodies and analyze every tiny change. I want the opposite. I want us to become familiar with ourselves so we notice when something has changed. And instead of immediately silencing the message, maybe we get curious about it. So these are the 5 questions I'm asking myself. And if you're around my age, or honestly at any age, and you're noticing that your skin and your body doesn't feel quite the same, here are 5 questions I want you to ask. Am I nourished? Not, was I good today? Not, did I eat too much? Am I actually nourished? Number 2, am I rested? Not, can I function? I can function exhausted. A lot of people can. That's not the same thing. Number 3, has something changed? Like with your menstrual cycle or stress or medication or health or thyroid or hormones or lifestyle. Don't diagnose yourself from the question. Just notice. Number 4, am I caring for my skin or attacking it? Do I actually need all of these steps I'm doing? Is my skin irritated? Am I protecting it? Am I moisturizing it? Am I being consistent? And number 5, am I treating aging like a disease? Because aging isn't a disease. If I'm fortunate, I'm going to do a whole lot more of aging, a lot more of it. And hopefully you will too. So let's discuss the 3-level approach. Here is how I'm beginning to think about caring for myself, approaching 40. 3 levels. Level 1 is the inside. Food, water, vitamins, minerals, sleep, movement, stress management. Level 2, the outside. Gentle, consistent skincare. Moisture, protect. Products I actually enjoy using. Find some you like. Get some JAFRA. They're great. I love them. Not trying every viral thing though also is important. Just because I like it doesn't mean you will. You probably will if you try it. I don't know how you couldn't like it because they're so great. I love their products. But Get something that you genuinely like and enjoy using. Level 3 is the way I speak to myself. This one might matter more than we realize because you can eat perfectly and have the most expensive skincare routine in the world and still stand in front of the mirror every morning and tear yourself apart. I don't want that to be health. I don't think that's healthy. I want to be able to notice something changing without immediately deciding something is wrong with me. I want to care for myself because this body is valuable, not because it's unacceptable until I improve it. If you're listening to me and you're thinking, I want that too. Yes, something has changed and I don't completely understand what yet. Welcome. Seriously, come sit with me. Join my channel, join my group, subscribe. I always forget to tell people that. You should subscribe. Like you didn't know. But I think becoming part of what this channel is going to be helpful for me if you join, but maybe it could be for you too, because we're figuring out how to take care of ourselves without turning our bodies into another full-time job. We're learning, we're experimenting, and we're asking better questions. We're talking about nutrition and fasting and MS and thyroid health and skincare and aging and all the little pieces that make up an actual human life. And sometimes we're going to talk about what science knows. And sometimes I'll tell you what's worked for me. And sometimes I'll tell you I don't know yet. I think we need more of that in health. We really do. So where do you go from here? If this is your first video with me and this conversation felt like something you've been needing, you can find me at URworthitHealth.com. The letter UR, letters like you are, worthithealth.com. That's where I'm building a home for all of this outside of YouTube. It's a brand new site. And if there's one particular area you're trying to understand more deeply, I've written 3 books that are all available on Amazon. Finally Understand Multiple Sclerosis, Finally Understand Your Thyroid, and The Fasting Protocol, Book 1, How Ancient Wisdom and Modern Science Restore Body, Mind, and Spirit. And those books exist for the same reason this channel exists. I want complicated health information to feel understandable. Not frightening, not shame-filled, not like you need a medical dictionary sitting next to you, just understandable. And if skincare is what brought you here, I'll also leave my mom Patricia's JAFRA link below in the description, like I said. Again, we're not turning into salespeople here. I just want to share my life with you. Before you leave, I want you to do something. The next time you look in the mirror and you notice something has changed, a line, some dryness, a little sagging, maybe a tired face, whatever it is, before you criticize it, just wait and ask, what might my body need from me today? Maybe the answer is skincare. Maybe it's just water. Maybe it's lunch. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe it's movement. Maybe it's making an appointment because something really has changed. Maybe it's putting on a little face oil, getting into bed, and deciding the internet does not need to convince you that you have 12 new problems tonight. Or maybe the answer is simply, nothing is wrong. I'm just getting older. And I get to. And I think there's something beautiful about that. Take care of yourself, my friend. Not because you need to earn your worth by becoming healthier, thinner, younger, or prettier. Take care of yourself because you are worth taking care of. That's where URworthit Health came from. And if you want to keep figuring this out with me, please subscribe and come back. We've got a lot to talk about. I'll see you in the next one.